1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Looks like we're live. Cool. Okay. Okay. All right. Two flowers. Is this sound okay? Can you hear me? If there is someone. So, what's about the stream? Exploring ApostropheCMS with Astro that recently released Apollo. Which is like a tiny monorepo that binds ApostropheCMS full stack applications that becomes backend one, and Astro frontend application that will use like ApostropheCMS data, as well as like admin UI delivered from ApostropheCMS. So it allows to have an Astro local website like this, but with some specific UI that allows to just update the content of your site, which is pretty neat. Nice, I see people are joining. Okay. There are already spam. That's funny. Okay, so this is what we're gonna explore a little bit today. Maybe I will just first show you like the real Apollo as it is like on GitHub. All right, because it's pretty, I would say, pretty complete, I would say. Okay, nice. What is that? Do I need to reinstall some stuff? Maybe, probably need to clean. Okay. Should install everything. No, bro, I'm sorry. Adra Justin 008. So let's see if we have no more errors. I might have linked some modules and broke some stuff, so I don't get it. Okay, that's weird. Do you have some linked module? No. Not here. Not here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna maybe I just yes. Okay, so I'm a bit silly. Okay, just discard all of this. All right, and now it should work a little bit better, I think. Probably. Let's see. It's not about linked module. Okay. Come on. Ah. All right, of course. All right. So when you install, yay. Welcome, Bob. So yeah, when you install first Apollo, you will need to set some environment variables to be able to the front end and the back end to communicate together, which I did by adding personally.env because it was a bit annoying. Apparently I removed all my stuff, so it's what we can do, because we just want to Toto. All right, same here. Toto, of course, has to be the same thing. And this way, you know that only your Astro frontend can communicate with your backend. Might be a good idea to add .env and .env examples in projects to help people starting with, but anyway. Okay, finally. So we have the Apollo project as you would get it when you clone this project, install everything and run your front end, your backend. There is also a command to sync some assets and database. And you start with a pretty complete Apollo team with apostrophe, as you can see, the admin bar, which is injected here inside our Astro projects, but, and mainly, and also, areas. So this is pretty neat. Everything is Astro stuff. So it has been translated from, like ApostropheCMS uses Nunjuk to render HTML. So everything has been rendered into Astro stuff, except some like models. Anyway, and yes, because we don't want to re-record complex things like models, because they do like a lot. They are allowed to update your pages, your PCs, etc., your widgets, everything. So this is just view applications. But this, for instance, is an area, and this area itself is Astro code because it integrates into the Astro page. Everything that goes out of the page, like models, notifications, admin bar, will be like just view applications that are injected into the page. So it's pretty neat. It works well from what I tested. So here is the home page that is pretty pretty full of stuff. As you can see, we have like some layouts. So this is all widgets. You can just set some groups when you define your widget, saying that some are layouts, some are content, but it could be anything. Yeah, I can just add pretty complex grid here. So cool, some images. That's neat. What I want here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some accordion. You get it. Like just pretty neat. It's working very, very much like it does in the like in Apostrophe, like in a normal Apostrophe app. So it's neat. I like it. I could do something like everything's working. So I want to cut this. I want to create a new layout. A bit more complex, let's say gallery. I don't know, there are so many. And I want my accordion to go there. It just works. It's very neat. So this is like Apollo. It's pretty complete, but it can be maybe a little bit complex to start with. So what I did personally, I took it, I removed like a lot of widgets, pages, stuff. I really kept like the essential. After a fork, let's see backend, let's see POC frontend, and let's go with some very, very simple stuff. Okay, cool. And we should have something pretty minimal, right? Yeah, it's not the same thing. So in that case, I have a home page. I think I have no widgets. I removed everything. And we just start from the void, I'd say. Not the void, but almost. There are already developed helpers from Apostrophe team to help you start with. So it's just running, and here is my project. So this is a monorepo that I split it in two windows here. I have my backend. The backend is like very much a normal Apostrophe instance with some specific dependencies. It has, of course, the app.js, which is the entry point of the applications. This is the place where you define all your modules, and it will be what we will just do before to dive into the Astro part. Then, and then I have my modules. So I will have some ApostropheCMS specific modules. Global, which is the global document allowing to share stuff between, pages, PCs, everything. Some asset stuff, admin bar, etc., etc. I have the page config that contains for now only a home page, and I just kept one homemade grid layout widget because it's pretty neat to render your widget, your stuff. So just already done. I kept that, and we won't dive into its code because we don't need to. So let's start with. So what I want to show, what I would like to show is how Astro works very much like Astro stuff, because this is not because it's bind and plugged to Apostrophe that you cannot use Astro like you would in a let's say vanilla Astro project. So if you know Astro a little bit, it's like a server-side rendered mainly static pages. So the purpose is to generate pages and to render them pretty fast. But of course it has solutions also for dynamic stuff. So you can ship, by default it won't ship any JavaScript, but you can specify that maybe for one component that is a bit more complicated you want some JavaScript. So it's doable in Astro, and it's still doable when you use it with Apostrophe, which is I mean the purpose. We want Astro, we want to, that's why it's two separated projects, because this way Astro works like a standalone Astro project. It has its own server, etc. So you have the entire power of what Astro provides, which is very very cool. Just a sec. So let's go. So I would like to show you like creating some basic widgets, like just static one. Static widgets. Okay, so let's say we want a hero, because it's pretty easy to do, and it's most of the time quite static stuff, right? So if you know Apostrophe, you know, just create a module. If you don't know, basically in Apostrophe everything is a module. So page are modules, pieces, pieces are collections, like articles, stuff like that. They are modules too. You will have, I don't know, widgets. Widgets are part of templates containing content that will be displayed on the page. They are modules too. The only difference is their type, and you have like high-level types that you can extend to bring your own behavior to the project, basically. So this one will be a widget type. So you define what type of module your own module will extend. Then you can define some fields. Fields add. This is hero widget. So what I want in a hero widget, it's pretty. I want a title. All right, I want it to be required. Description. Sorry, I have snippet. It's pretty handy, so let's use that. Oh yeah. Description. So it will be the tiny text under the title. Right. Description. Did I make a mistake? I don't know. I don't think so. And the last one will be an image, of course. So image is a relationship, because it's a piece that exists inside Apostrophe by default. So there is it works like a sort of collection, and the item is linked to an attachment, which is like the actual image. And yeah, it will tell you how to retrieve that attachment and render it and build URLs and everything you will need to work with this image. So it will be the background image in this case. So the type is a relationship, and we want to run a relationship to a specific type, which is image. And and I think that's it. I just want one. Maybe we can add a tiny last property. I don't know. I want to set the height of my hero. All right, because it's cool. And type integer. Okay, so this widget is created. It's pretty basic. This is what we want. We don't want to go too crazy. Now I have to specify to my application that it should register this new widget. The name being hero widget. Sorry, I don't have the... Oh, thank you for my English. But I'm training every day, so I should be able to speak English. So I added the hero widget to my backend project. It should be registered. Like if you know, to show you a normal apostrophe project, you would have the, like, let's take any widget. You would have your index.js, which defines like what module you extend, your schema, etc. And you would also have a widget.html that is like the template of your widget. And this is where you will interpolate data from your widget server side. It's pretty close of what Astro does, but it's just non-jokes. Yeah. A bit less exciting that Astro that allows to write JSX, of course. So let's finish here. Now I have my widget. I want to put my widget somewhere, so I have to specify where I want to put my widget available. We can start with the home page. So as you can see, for now the home page has an area. The area, this is what I showed you before. This is this part. This is a place where you can add widgets, and this is developer responsibility, of course, to define what widgets can go. I mean, what kind of widget can be inserted in what area. So you have to say, okay, I have a layout sections of widgets, and I have a widget already that is called grid layout. And I have content widgets. In that case, you could create any group you want, so it's up to you. I want to add my new hero here because I want it to be available on my home page. So done, as you can see, but now we need some sort of template, of course, because it cannot work. Otherwise, I have no HTML. I don't know what kind of stuff I can insert in the page. So I go into the front-end part of the application, which is an Astro app. So if you know Astro, you know what it is. You know the file system. You have a src folder containing components. So components are just like Astro components. They can be also, if you install the right plugins, Vue, React, Svelte, and yes, I'm not sure about all the frameworks that are currently supported by Astro. You would add layouts. Layouts are like pages of wrapper templates. You could have some helpers, some lib for some specific JavaScript. I come later here to explain what it is. You will have pages. In that case, we have only one page that will take the slug of the current page. So this is how it works in Apostrophe. But every page has a slug, which is yeah, this one has no slug because it's just a root, of course. But I will create a page later on to show you how it works. So page, here we have some style, we have some templates. This is where we're gonna store our actual pages. So for now we have a home page that is pretty simple, which is cool. It's getting data from Apostrophe and it's rendering an area. So templates, tiny information, yeah, you have an index.js, so you need to map your, how to say, Apostrophe modules to your Astro components, because otherwise the project cannot do that by itself. So in the templates you will have index.js that does that mapping, and in our widget we have like the same. As you can see, the module ApostropheCMS rich text will use that local component. Same for image widget, video widget, and the grid layout widget for now. So we created a widget in the backend. So as you can guess that we're gonna create the widget on the front end side. Makes sense. Keep it simple. Arrow widget. I can already import it here. Okay, done. And in the front end, it's called hero. As you can see, we trimmed widget. It's done automatically, like we do in the backend when we want to use it in a page, for example. We don't call it hero-widget, just hero, which is not the case in app when you define the module itself. This is just the basic stuff, but good to know. And I was about to make a mistake, as you can see. So hero widgets, it exists. It's empty for now, so I should. If you know the notations, pretty basic. 3 dash, 3 dash. You have like code that will be into, I'd say, init code. It will run on the server when we try to render the component. And then we have a template. So I mean, hero, whatever. So in that case, we want like another div hero. Let's say text will be the container for the text. A title. Okay. And a paragraph. Description. And I think that's it. Okay, so I want to get the data from my widget. I have to retrieve the widget from the props. So it's passed as a props. Then from that widget, I can destructure and get every like field, every property of the schema I created just before. So I have a title, I have a description, and I have heights too, right? Forgot this one. And I have an image, okay? So this is executed on the server. We get everything we want to build our stuff, and I can interpolate then description. Okay, did I write it? It's description, right? I don't remember. Here, yeah, description. Okay. Okay, and then for the image, what do we want to do? We will need to use some helpers that we saw before. So in the lib folder, we have a file called attachments. And basically what it does, it's mimicking some functions that exist already in Apostrophe in the backend. And they allow you to work more easily with images. So yeah, basically, like you will have some methods like that. The one that will interest us right now is to get the attachment URL and be able to build some like CSS stuff like that using the right URL to the attachment. So let's back inside our tidy components. So I want to import get attachment URL from I don't remember the path. Lib attachment.js. That should work. Does it? I don't know why my highlighting is pretty weird. Okay, whatever. So I can pass my image and it should return. Alright, we can check already if it works. So it's Astro side. If I reload the page, yeah, I need to create one widget first. So this is the list of widgets we allowed on the home page. I want a hero. Nice. Let's use this one, and let's say we want 400 pixels, 8. So for now, I get nothing, which is perfect. I might have some errors. Page loaded. Of course, I forgot some weird console logs. Removing that because it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I was doing some tests before earlier. Just get back my chat if there's some question or whatever. Don't hesitate. So I want to see if my server gets my I don't know why it doesn't work. Let's inspect. Looks like the template is not rendered at all. Object. Looks like something we shouldn't see. I think I did something wrong. Oh, my highlighting is working now. Okay, cool. Astro props, widget, get attachment URL. If I remove this for now, is it working? It does not. Okay, let's check. Hero widget is here. This is existing, no problem. Go back to my backend. This is existing because I could create one. I just don't know why. That's neat. Controls, no. Quad controls. Where's the content? I don't understand. Maybe I made a mistake. It would be nice to have an error here, but I don't have any. So like I cannot do easier than that. Let's rerun everything. Okay, so bring my hero, please. Okay, I don't get it. Hello guys. Favicon is off. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird, but I'm not sure it's related to my current problem. So if you have any ID, because like let's check. Error widget type. I can add it in the page, that's why I don't understand. It's properly set up on my page too, as a content, and in the app. So I have nothing else to do, right? Then here I have like very basic hero widget, as you can see. And the mapping is properly done, which is hero without dash widget link to my component. And yeah, I should remove that S, but it's not the problem, I think. Maybe, but I don't think so, honestly. Yeah, then I have just nothing rendered. Just doesn't work. Should be around there, and there is nothing. Okay. Maybe I will create another widget. I wanted to do dynamic one, so let's try to create already another one. Let's see. Okay, I'm out of this, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay, fields. And yeah, I wanted to. I know it's pretty basic color picker. I cannot do more, you know, basic. But I want to show like the difference between like static widget components and dynamic ones, and how it works in Astro. So it should take only. We don't really care. Just one title. Alright. Oh good. The other group, I don't care. Yeah. Okay. Let's add our new color picker widget. No options. And in the home page, I want yes. I want to allow my new widgets color picker. Seems okay, right? I'm wondering if I'm in the right project. Yeah, I think I am. Yes, okay. Cool. Now I should be able to go in my widgets. I have a new widget. Up, color picker dot astro color picker no, it's not a form, it's a from. Thanks. All right, color picker widget dot astro okay, let's say if this widget works. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, I'm not in the right. What the fuck? I cannot. Did it just crash? What the fuck? Okay, apparently it just crashed. That is funny. POC backend, my backend, front end. Okay, cool. So I was in the front end part before it just crashed. And we have the color picker widget. Okay. So 3 dash for like the logic, and below we can have a simple template, color picker. Okay, this should work, right? I mean, nothing too fancy. I mean, no typo, color picker widget, color picker widget, color picker widget. No, looks okay. All right, it's properly configured here. Yes. Oh. The fuck. And now the old widget is working. Okay, playing my okay, playing with me. Apparently, that is funny. So apparently, since I added a new widget, the old one started working. Yeah, I checked. I thought it could be that because it already happened since I have a lot of different Apollo versions. But I checked and both were in the right project. Plus, I didn't restart the server, so I don't really know. It's weird. Maybe some cache. That's possible. So let's go back on my yes, this one. So maybe let's go back to this. Oh, it just worked. Top. Okay, cool. So now I want my image URL. We have, this is an array of image. I said I want only one maximum, so I will have only one item, so I can safely take the first one. Yeah, I have no linter. This is a mess. But we have this. We have like, I allow to set some height, so I can be safe and set a default value here. And then one nice thing that you can do in Astro is defining in your JavaScript some CSS variables using like JS data, so data from props and or anything. Style vars, I can call that, and I want like background. It will be this one. We can log it to be sure it's there. And I want one variable for, right, it will be just height. Oh. multiplication. Alright, cool. And normally I can do something like style long with the CSS, and you can define some vals. So this is, I like it, it's pretty neat. And it's a nice way to make your like business logic works with like style. Yeah, most of the time you don't want people to be able to modify too much like aesthetic of your site, but you know, we allow that. We also have some why palette. I was thinking about palette, but yeah, it's a module allowing to set up some CSS variables and like modify the style of your site directly. It's pretty neat, but I won't dive in it right now. So normally I can pass that object, and these keys will be transformed into CSS variables. So pretty cool. So I have the hero, my hero. Let's say display flex, a little bit of CSS. I love it. I don't practice a lot, so background image. So it will be background URL normally, right? Background position. I want it to be centered, and background. What is it? Size, right? Let's cover. We have the height. I want to use the other why? Oh, because I misspell. Okay, it's not the weight of our hero. Sorry. No shaming. Let's say color is just white for now. We don't care. We have some hero text. All right. Maybe we can just check what's the. Okay, so you have no background for now, but some style has been added. I want the preview because it's really hard to inspect in edit mode. Yeah, it's better like that. Okay. So hero text. Yeah, description is just empty. And it didn't find any URL apparently. So I might have done something wrong. Do we have some logs? Yeah, background URL returns images / missing icon. Means that it didn't find the right one, so it gives me a sort of placeholder image. Okay, so let's debug this. First, I will check if I got an image. Maybe it's not the same name. Image, yeah, underscore image. What is that? Okay. Alright, should be the right name. Okay, this is an empty array. Ah, yeah, because I'm stupid. That's why. I just didn't add any image. Sorry. Okay. Still no background, but we have something. Cool. So you retrieve the URL of my. Okay, we can find now we have one image with its own attachment. Cool. Background URL. Did I something wrong? Yeah, I did something stupid even. Okay, cannot understand. So you cannot set a variable into a URL CSS function. Discovered that, but you can do this way. Background URL. Same here. You want a pixel. You want a unit. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Makes sense. Yes, it's an object. Sorry. And now it should work. Cool. That's cool. Okay. So this is fully Astro rendered and generated server side, and we'll make a perfectly static site. Do I have a description there? Yes, disk. To be sure it's white because it's nicer. Let's add a little bit more. All right. Whatever. Cool. Now this is the title. I want white. Okay, so we have some static content. It's working well. It's split into projects. Some maybe will not like that, but this is how it worked for now. Might be improved in the future. But yeah, so the backend part is really responsible mainly for schema stuff. You might also do in advanced project, people will do some. You can define your routes here. You can do a lot of things. So it could be done here, and then your front end will be able to consume anything that is made available from your backend here. So yeah, it's neat. It's working pretty nicely, and it's a very young project, so it might evolve. So this is for like static stuff, and now I want to show like how to handle more dynamic stuff. So that's why I created the color picker. Again, it's pretty basic, but it's just to see how it works. So I have that new color picker widget that has only a title. We don't care really. It's here. Yep, it's available in my home page. Yes, so it should be available here. All right, so you cannot do really dynamic stuff in Astro, at least in Astro components, as you would do it in like React, Vue, Svelte, whatever. So it's really, the purpose is mainly for backend template building. So if I want to do something like, I don't know, I have like an input, and I want like a paragraph with like color, const color, c'est purple, we don't care. Yeah, I can take the const widget Astro props. Okay, const. I had only one title, right? Let's take it. Alright, and we have the title here. Okay. Now I should be able to add a new widget. So it's the same area, so if you don't define some limits, you can add as much widget as you want. Okay, so, yeah, you have two title, I don't need two title. It's a bit ugly like that. You agree, I guess? Let's just layoutify a little bit. That's a nice apostrophe feature, and it works with Astro too. which is really neat. I can just cut a widget in my clipboard, create some sort of layout. Yeah, let's take something basic. And just paste my widget. Ta-da! It's nice. It's a bit more clean like that. So, okay, so I have an input basically with some text rendered here. I would like to make the input and the text binded together, and I want to change the color of the text based on the color that is typed in the inputs. Pretty basic. So for now it's just like that, and I just can't do that in Astro currently. I mean, I can create some script tag and write some vanilla JS. It's possible, but you know, I don't want to do some query selector stuff, and I mean, I'm in a pretty modern framework. I want to be able to do some more dynamic stuff. So it's possible, and to do that you can use some plugins to be able to use other frameworks like Vue, React, Svelte. In my case, I think I already installed, yeah, I have Vue and Astro.js/Vue. So normally I'm able to just import Vue component into my Astro component, and this way I can do more dynamic stuff. So let's do this. So I still want the entry point to be an Astro component, because this is the way it works now. So the widget entry point should be an Astro component. And I can create a new component that will be some sort of picker, but not widget. It's the actual color picker. All right. And I might be a bit more familiar with Vue than Astro, so it will be easier for me. But here I have some text. I will have a model, right? That will be text. Okay. Import ref from Vue const input text equal ref empty string for now, and that's it. Really nice. We don't want any style. I don't care right now. Go back on my widgets. I remove this. I keep the title. I remove this, and let's import components. Nice color picker. Okay, so not a valid component. Okay. No. Do we have to register some? Oh, I don't think so. It should work. So maybe my LSP is not. Okay. Ah, I know. Maybe I need some sorts of. Okay. Yeah, in the wrapper, I think. Let's go. Color picker widgets. I mark my stuff. Okay. It's still not happy. It's not a valid component. It's a valid Vue component. It might have a syntax error that makes it impossible to parse. Right. So at least I have some errors, which is cool. The link is okay because I have the go-to definition working. I have a template. I wrapped my stuff into a div, so it's cool. Script setup. Import ref from Vue. This is okay. And creating some. It's totally valid stuff. I can add some paragraph. let's finish. I want some style too. Okay, color input text. Still unhappy. I don't know. What's your problem, bro? I don't know. Okay, let's just to realize I will put some default value. Okay, so it's working. Just LSP is complaining. I don't know why. It should not, but whatever. It's working. So we have inputs, and it should be displayed into the paragraph. Okay. As you can see, it doesn't work at all because Astro generates static. Yeah, yeah, Novim is panicking. But because I just started with Astro and like it's not properly set up yet. So yeah, I have the language server, but there is a mix with Astro, TypeScript, and I think it does a lot of things it should not. But anyway, so I was about to explain that, yeah, like Astro generating like Node.js pages by default. So it will just take the version that is generated on server and make it HTML. That's it. So as you can see, I have a paragraph with the initial value, which makes sense. And it's statically generated. So it just, if I inspect, I have a paragraph with like, okay, you have some style here that doesn't work because the empty is not a color, as you can guess. And I have just empty that is inside my paragraph. And I cannot change it. The thing is that Astro allows to do this because, of course, there are some part of a website that are more dynamic. They have a new strategy, the new version that is called Astro Islands, Server Islands, sorry, that I didn't dive into yet, which allow basically to handle the dynamic part of a component, but on the server. So yeah, it's like a circle, but this is how we did before, or like a little bit like HTMX, if you know that, and basically just recompute the HTML of the component server side and renders it on your client and just inject the HTML. So it's still not JavaScript stuff, but it allows to handle, I think, like simple dynamic stuff. But you can also ship some JavaScript on a client for a specific component. You can tell, for instance, for that color picker, I can just specify client. See, I have the. So it's a shame that they don't explain what it does, but I can say client load, and normally it will ship like the view bundle JavaScript to be able to make my stuff interactive. Okay, let's try. Maybe I can just update my page. So this is to save the changes that I made on the page. From what I tested, there is a tiny bug here, is that when I'm in edit mode, a component that is marked as interactive is not interactive. I think this is linked to the fact that Apostrophe makes some refetch of widgets when you edit them or when you open the page, because you want to see the content from the server. It's not client stuff. So I think this is linked to that. Maybe the widget is fetched after the view app has been mounted and the interactivity made. So this is just lost, right? But if I go to preview, which is the final version of the site, it's not working either. Okay. Yeah, it's working. As you can see, this is binded. If I set some colors, it will respect the color. And this is how you can handle interactivity into your Astro applications. And since Apollo, Apostrophe and Astro, this is just a standalone Astro application, just work out of the box. Normally, every they call that directives. Every directive should work here, which is cool. Okay, that was for like static widget, dynamic widget. Maybe we can create a page now. It's pretty basic, but we'll show like how it's done in Apostrophe and then also in Astro. Let's say we want a new, so it's not a page actually, we don't create page, we create a page template. So like I can create as much pages as I want, but I have to select some sort of template, and the template will allow to define like specific layouts for a specific page, what kind of widget do you want in this kind of page, etc. So you can have 10 pages of a specific type, etc. Some others that are blog page or whatever. So you create your own types and stuff. Default page here. Export default. Extend ApostropheCMS/page. I'm not sure. Let me verify. Yeah, page type, this is it. Okay, page type, right? So, do I want to define some stuff? Yes, I want, of course, define some fields, because this is where you will say, okay, I want this widget to be able to exist in my page. So this is all the data that is binded to the page. This will have a title by default, so we don't have to add it. We want an area, so already explained, but basically it will be our content, and this is where we're gonna define that which widgets will exist in this area. Of course, you could have multiple areas and like one area for the top of the page, one area for the bottom, because it depends of what the page should look like, but it's up to you. And the widgets, do we want to do the expanded version? Yeah, I can show that instead of saying widget directly. We can say that we want an expanded version. The expanded version allows to have the this menu, and allow to group your widget together, which is nice. You can also define some SVGs to be displayed for each widget, so it's pretty clear for final users. Otherwise, it's just a menu with the list of widgets, so it's easier to dev, to test, but for the final user, this version is nice. So in that case, I have like expanded through and groups. So I have the layout one that will contain only the grid widget for now, because we have no others, and this one is pretty complete already. You can specify the amount on column. I think otherwise it takes 3. And the list of widgets you want to be able to display on that area. Grid layout in that case. Yeah. Then we want the content widgets. Column 3. I want some widgets here too. So the hero I created, some rich text. I don't configure the rich text too much because I'm lazy, and you can do a lot, but I will maybe after that. Okay, so the 3 existing widgets, I could have, yeah, I can add maybe some images also. And video would be doable, but okay, some widgets, nice. Now that I have my page created as a module, that is pretty basic, I need to go into, oh no, it should not be there, it should be there. It's not an apostrophe specific module. Yeah, this folder is for apostrophe specific modules. So this is ones that you update here, but they are created in the core module, in the core package that's installed in this project. And I have pages. This is where I define my new page types. Default page with a tiny label. Default. Yes. And last thing, yeah, I want this to exist. Oh, it already exists. Default page. Okay, cool. So let's go into Astro now. I should be able to create my page. Yeah, just seeing the chat. You're right. I already make the mistake with these 3 because I paste and copy and it's not very handy. Shout out to Haruna and oil.nvim that I might test soon. Not an apostrophe module, right? In the page module, let me check. I think I'm good. I moved it out of the ApostropheCMS. So, and the page module is in ApostropheCMS 1, right? I think we're good. Now I can create a new template. Default page dot astro, and let's, yeah, it's basically the same thing here. And let's take the template. I'm wondering, do I need to import here? I need to import the area. All right. And maybe I didn't name my, I can remove all of this. This is not existing anymore. Let's keep it simple. Main is called content. Okay, so we don't want no. Okay, and I can just maybe, to be sure we're on the same page, okay, refreshing. Okay, crashed the backend. No. There is no module named ApostropheCMS default page, but it's configured as a page type. Yes. I don't agree. Default page. Not the package, we don't care. Default. Yeah, default page is here. Should it be added to the page? Yes, I did it. Actually, maybe I missed. Oh, okay. I know what you meant, Bob. That was my mistake. Okay. It should work now. Okay, so let's create a new page. Not a lot of stuff to add. I can add content here, but I don't need. I will do it directly in the page. And now you can see we have a slug. Okay, wasn't present for the home page because, of course, you cannot update the slug of the home page. Doesn't make sense. And this is used to actually render pages in Astro through this .slug.astro. I didn't dive into that component, but this is basically what is used to retrieve the page using your website slug, I'd say. And we have our test page. Okay, it's a bit ugly, but at least we're sure it's here. And this is, oh yeah, it retrieves the backend of the page. So what can we do now? We can edit the page. And this is my title, it's weird. And we can add some widgets like we did already, of course. I could say I want some specific layout on this one. Let's say let's say I have this content, okay, and I want a bottom content too, which will be no, this is not. This is the widget. Okay, we want another field. So we have a first field that is an area, but I also can add another one that will be like bottom content, for example, which is an area too, and which will have some widgets. It's options, widgets, and yeah, imagine I just want and maybe some layout. Pretty. Okay. Just to show you that you have the power, you're not forced to create only one area for one page. You can just create two. Let's say I'm back on my front end. I want bottom content, which is the second area. And I can have like my first area, some div with, I don't know, some stuff, whatever. Okay, thanks Hemet. And maybe below, bottom container. I want to be able to add a new okay. So I have two areas that are defined on the backend and that have different sets of widgets, and between both I have some static stuff, whatever. Let's see how it looks like. Preview, maybe I have some. Okay, I broke the backend again. Ah no. No, it looks okay. I don't see my, yeah, it's the right page. Maybe okay, I think I know. It does not have the right type. It's a home page. So we want a default page for the test page. And now we have like our both areas. So I said it was required, so it's asking me to pre-fill it. I prefer to do it on the page, but tadam, I still need to update the type. All right, and now we should be yeah, I just did, and I saved. Preview. Doesn't see any. Okay, maybe I didn't register my page properly, and yeah, of course, I forgot that. There are some steps to follow. And this is where you do the binding for pages. So this is like the name of the page on Apostrophe side, and this is the component that is associated to render that page. Ooh. All right, and default page. This should work better. I'm gonna delete this one and recreate. What? Okay. Still broken. No errors. Page not found. Apostrophe/page. Lowercase default page in binding. Did I make a typo again? Yes, I did. My God. Yeah, work better. Thank you, guys. Okay, Neovim guy. Don't get too crazy. See you. And now, nice, we have two sets of two areas, which are like sets of widgets. One has its own configuration. So as you can see, we have the expanded version with the menu, some sort of layout, and some content widgets. And as you can see, the second one is very basic. There is no expanded menu. I can just select between the three widgets here. And yeah, pretty simple to create pages. Can be a bit take the habit to switch between the backend and front end, and yeah, I know some people like to have grouped files for a specific component, which makes sense. But for now, it's working this way. So here is the page. Yes, maybe the next step would be to create some pieces, I think, and maybe piece pages. And this one I didn't explore a lot, so I might refer to what exists in Apollo, but could be cool to see it together. Yes, so back to the backend. We want some new module. Let's be original and create some articles. Sorry guys. Yeah. All right, extend. Fields, add, and what do we want for articles? We want title. I know it's by default, but yeah, I like to see what exists in my schema. Another area, I'd say, with content, which will be just rich text, I guess. Yeah, I think it's enough. Required, let's say no. And maybe a tiny description for some sort of cards if you want later on. Description, it would be type string, and maybe this one required. All right. Okay, that's it. Let's add this to our. Actually, it's not. Let's create pieces. Article. Yes. So we have pieces. So pieces are not by default attached to any template since they are just items from a collection. So just something that you could retrieve from your database. We can create like a new module that would be article page, and that is there is a module that fill the gap between pieces and pages, and it will allow to create 2 pages, an index page and show page. So index page would be the page where you render your list of articles, your list of items, and the show page would be the page where you show a single article. So this is the default way of working with items collections. Of course, you could create any type of page rendering any sort of pieces. I mean, it's up to you. You can very much do whatever you want. So I want to create that article page /index.js. All right, export default. So this one will take some another type, piece page type. It can take some fields too, but yeah, because we can for example mix and match areas and pieces rendering. You can render your pieces through widgets. You can do whatever you like. Let's add the title of the page if we want to. We can have some metadata, some article page. We can define data like per page, so it will be the default amount of items that Apostrophe returns for a specific page. You can add filters, and there are a lot of stuff that are useful here. We won't dive into. Yeah, I think for now it's maybe sufficient. So normally in Apostrophe, you would add like some views folder here, and inside you would have index.html and show.html. So of course it disappears, vanished. Instead, we're gonna have like article index page, which is the index equivalent, as you can guess. Article show page this way. We still need to bind them, okay, here. Since it's the same module in two different pages, I think we use colon to bind them. So it would be article page colon index, right? And same with show, I think, if I'm not wrong. Article, no, article index see, Etienne, I'm working on my keystrokes and shortcuts to go fast. Okay, my hand is tired. So it should be basically what we need here. I think so. I didn't play with it a lot actually, so I'm not 100% sure how it works, but yeah. So this is what exists in the Apollo project. So basically it should be working. We can just check that we have something. Yes. Article index. Okay. Up. I just want to be sure, like, I can render them already. So this is done. Do we have any errors? I think I don't. Hello, secret air. And now I will try to create a page for my PCs. I have no PCs. I have no articles. So let's create a few articles first. I should have grouped my my fields. Okay, one feature, we can do it quickly maybe. Okay. You can group your fields in tabs. It allows to make your like module data more easy to update, to modify. So you can just create an object called group. Let's say basics. This is like the default thing to group all your basic stuff. Inside you can set label. In that case it will be just basics. Makes sense. And a fields array that contains all your fields. Title, description, and content. Cool. Cool. If I reload, check my articles, create one article. Okay, no more ungrouped tab and everything is there. So that's clean. Article 1, my description, publish, create another one. La la la, la la la, la la la. Lo. And yeah, 3 articles sounds good. Now I need to create another page which will be the one used to render our articles. Let's say article. So I don't want that part actually. I want to be a root page, because by default it takes the current page you are in and append the slug to this page. You can modify it by hand, or just go to the home, or then you can also modify your pages in the tree directly, but whatever. The type will be, okay, the type is not set up. Insane. I need to go in the page index, so the apostrophe 1, and this is where I set every page type. So article and articles. Right. Okay, let's retry. Sorry. Na. Nice. First time I see like light night themes just for error page, which is neat. Did I broke something? I think I broke something. Okay, yeah, I forgot something. This is all the errors that I make. It's just configuration, it's a nightmare. Yes. Article page. This is because I'm tired, it's late. Alright, so I should be able to create my new page. Articles. We don't really care about the title. I can publish, I can see it here. It's still a child of home, but whatever. I can preview the new page, and that's it. I have like I have my page actually, which uses some sort of layout. Not sure how we define. There is already layouts from like the Apollo project. I'm not sure it's working actually. If I search for error grid in the Apollo project, it's used inside the article index page. Yes, it's basically, yeah, it's I'm wondering if it's real layout or if it's used as a normal component. Maybe Bob, if you're around, you could tell me, but like that, I'm not sure. List aside. Yeah, I don't really know. I think this is the standard that we're using. Isn't it? Okay, so here it's used nowhere. If the Astro project, I can show you maybe. Hey. Yes. This is the no? Oh yeah. This is the Apollo one. Yeah, I'm wondering like these layouts, how they are used, and when I look like for instance error grid, looks like it's used as just as a component inside in the page. That's why I'm wondering. But maybe okay, yeah, it's the layout inside the page, and you can like in the context of Apollo, you can when you create the page, you can edit the layout. Okay, I see. Yeah. And you pass them PCs, and they are responsible for displaying PCs. Okay, this is what I understood. Cool. No, that's nice. I'm wondering, like in this case, you get PCs. I think I won't build myself because it's pretty late, like pages and stuff. But what we can do, like for a few minutes, it's exploring like Apollo pages, I think, and the way it gets PCs, the way it builds pagination, stuff like that. It's the same with the show page, 3 different layers. All right. Yeah, we're gonna check that and see how it works, I think. So dropping my personal lint Apollo. Okay. So I'm right. It's the right Apollo, the real one, the strong one. Just coming back in a minute. Just the time to put some lights on. Back. So already have some errors. Made no changes. Okay. Looks working. Yeah, there's no page articles. And oh yeah, it's annoying. I want to install .env, but we don't need that. Okay, cool. So I should have already some pages, and I have the blog. So the blog is the article page that has index and some show pages. So if you go on the pages itself, you will arrive on what's called the index page. So this one is if I'm right, I'm in Apollo right now. No, it's not the good one. This page. And this page, you can define some layouts. Okay. And it shows my articles. So a bunch of articles. Can I see the list actually? Media, blog, articles, yeah. So we have this list of articles with some content inside, images, rich text, etc. And as you can see, they are rendered in the index page as a list. And if you click on one item, one article, you go to the show page. So this is a sub page of the index one, which has a sub slug. That's why the PCs usually have also slugs. This is to handle this situation, to reach the page. And this is the show template that is pretty simple, it does the job. Yeah, this one is pretty simple, as you can see here. It gets, it has some sort of layouts too. Okay, you can change the component based of the layout. That's cool. So where would I define the layout? Is it in the piece directly? In the rail of the main page, okay. Okay, so I see. So you define it for every piece page. Index page layout, okay. Article display layout, okay, cool. Ah, this is nice. So if I do that, I should have another layout. We have the minimal, okay. This is the minimal. It's probably the one that was already existing. And let's try the magazine style. So it set up the good one. I don't see any changes, maybe they are pretty similar. And the full width, okay, yeah, here I can see the difference. Ah, that's cool. Okay, so that's nice, but the show page is not the most interesting one because it's simple. The index page, maybe we'll talk more about how we retrieve pages, render pages, list them, etc. So it takes some props, page user query. So remember, it's server-side stuff. In that case, we don't use user, for example. PCs filters are set to the empty array if not existing. PCs, current page, total pages. So we get PCs already. Here, I suppose it would render just 7 since we yeah, I know it's a bad habit. I want to be sure. I want to be sure I have the last version. So yeah, I want to check if, like, in my backend, if I go to article index next page, I want like 4 per page, like to check. Is it like oh, nice. Oh wait, I have 3 here. Ah, but they have categories. Maybe that's why. All articles, no, it's all articles. And I have 2 here. So yeah, 10 articles, and it shows only. It is weird. I'm wondering if we have if the pagination is linked to like the backend configuration. Ah, my bad. Yeah, I'm very tired. Yeah, this is one. You're right. Okay, cool. So, yeah, makes sense. Okay, cool. So it passed as a prop. Like, does it pass pieces the way it would in an Unjuk template, like in a normal project? Yes. No, but you know, this sort of template you don't understand directly. It's like it counts as an article, and it's like pretty late here. So yeah, the most complicated part is about the layouts. Then we have some paginations, current page, total page. How do we retrieve total page to? It comes directly from our props. Yeah, this is exactly the same as in non-jokes. So this is pretty neat, and you can build your own pagination in your stuff. You have every information you need here. Okay, nice. I think I covered like the basic things I wanted. That's cool. It works well actually. There are tiny things to improve, but it's nice. I think both are pairing pretty well together, because yeah, it's like server-side stuff, and you can bring, of course, some pinch of dynamic framework-y GSE stuff on the client. So yeah, you would. You can just you can just refactor the pagination.astro to do infinite scroll actually. Might be a next step. But yeah, it's basically, this project's basically to show you like a sort of complete project with everything you need to understand, and that would like allow you to create a real project on your own. And you have like pretty much everything: page filters, footer, header, layouts, widgets, pages, like pagination, index, show pages, everything, but translated into Astro. We might think that some of the widgets could be in some core, because we have like apostrophe Astro. There is the module that binds apostrophe and Astro, and this is from this module that you will import, for instance, apos area. We might have things that image widgets or rich text widgets that are pretty core things in apostrophe could be inside apostrophe Astro, but for now they are here and you can use them the way you want. But yeah, it's a nice first exploration of Astro with apostrophe. I'm sure it could be improved, but it's already pretty neat. And I think I will stop the stream for now. I hope it wasn't confusing. Was my first one, and I'm also not really familiar with Astro. I discovered basically the project a little bit with you. I took some hours on it, but not a lot. And yeah, honestly, I would love to see people creating real stuff with it. Would be nice. That's it. I said thank you for the time. 2 hour session. Okay, yeah, it was pretty long. Lost myself into Apollo. Nice. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good evening or afternoon, depending where you are. And maybe we'll organize another one. Could be neat to explore deeper either Apollo or other topics related to ApostropheCMS or even whatever. Bye bye guys.